Public warning. This podcast contains explicit content due to the nature of the horror films we are commentarying on, being used for educational purposes, and maybe for entertainment and stuff and things. I'm Chad, and this is Horror Commentary.
Everybody, hey, and welcome back to Horror Commentary. I'm your host, Jonas, and today we are watching The Babadook. I have seen this before. It is probably one of my favoriteest horror movies of all time. Horror slash psychological thriller. It's a weird one, but it's amazing. It has a very high rating on Rotten Tomatoes, which is unusual for horror movies. But let's just jump into this. Actually, before we do, the director, Jennifer Kent, I believe, this was her directorial debut, and this was her movie. Anyway, just phenomenal. So much goodness and creepiness all over this movie. So let's jump into it. Starting the movie in 3, 2, 1, play. Dun 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 dun. No, that's not one of those. Dun 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 dun. All right, I'm ready. Our producers. Screen Australia. Australia, mate, putting all shit on top of it, yeah? What is this? Causeway Films. All right, here we go. Places and Things presents, in association with Stuff and Things and Places. Oh, getting some noise. Oh, all right. She's in a car. She's breathing hard. Oh, glass hits her face. Oh, the car's rolling. We're on the main character, the mom. The car's rolling. The camera's just on her while she's in the car. She steadies herself. It's all slow motion and she's still rolling. The car's still rolling. We're just on her face though. It stopped. She looks out the window. She looks over. Must be her husband. Oh, there's a bright light coming towards them. Was there another car? Now she's floating. She's floating backwards. She lands in her bed. Oh, she wakes up. Her son's yelling at her. He had a dream. She gets up. Dog jumps off the bed. She gets up. They're looking under a bed. He's hugging her. She's checking for all the monsters.
Straight into the huge black pot.
That
was the end of the big bad.
Ah, she's reading him a bedtime story.
Did they really kill the wolf, Mum?
Yes.
I'm sure they did. I'll kill the monster when it comes.
Ooh.
I'll smash its head in.
Gosh.
It's time to go to sleep.
All right, baby. After that, let's go to bed. She wants to sleep. What? I missed that.
A long time
Oh, another story.
ago, 3 little pigs and one nasty big wolf.
Nasty big wolf. Oh, she wants a story again. All right, as she's frick. All right, so it's bedtime, and he's like very. He doesn't sleep very soundly, grinding his teeth, with legs all over her. She moves to the edge of the bed. She can't sleep. She doesn't sleep. The Babadook. All right, beautiful cloudy day, creepy trees. We're in the kitchen. An alarm's going off. Just scenes throughout the house. Oh, waiting for Mom to wake up. All right, she's up. She's building stuff. No, she's not building stuff. All right. She grabs it, hits the alarm. It's 7:08. Oh, it's Samuel, her son, who's building stuff. He runs up the stairs. Oh, he was... Put a key back. Oh, she heard a noise, and now she wakes up. Oh, now she's like, what the frick? Jumps like a bag, runs down the stairs.
It's not breaking. It just slipped.
Don't want you firing things off in the house.
Wait. What's this? When the monster comes, I'm gonna do this.
Please don't.
Oh my gosh. So he has a little backpack that has a, what are those things called? Catapults attached to it. And he just accidentally threw a ball through the window. Now he's dressed up as a musician. She's helping him.
This monster thing has got to stop. All right?
Oh, he wants to take out the monster. Whoa, he just made flowers appear out of nowhere and gave them to her. He touches her face. And then he hugs her. Tightly. Whoa, she just yelled at him. Randy? Like nothing happened. That was weird. What the hell was that? Don't do that. He just hugged her. All right, dropping him off at school. He looks back and waves. She's at work. Looks like she works like a nursing home.
For you, Norma. It's got milk in it. Good. One with your milk in it. I don't want milk.
The lady can't hear her.
No worries. I'll make you another one.
All right, she's back in the kitchen doing some dishes.
Just where all we should be.
A coworker walks in. Young man.
Get to work, Norman.
Do you want a cuppa?
You want a cuppa? I'll have an evening cup now, governor.
Oh, it's a few minutes before you end up there, isn't it?
His name's Robbie. Says so on his shirt. She leaves the room. She's helping an elderly woman to her room. Oh no, someone came up and said, son, school's on the phone. Principal's office, a dart gun gets set down on the table.
Gone into a child's eye, or even worse.
I'm going to have a serious talk with
Mrs.
him.
Benning, we've had the talks.
Oh no.
We've had the sessions with the counsellor. We're going to have to employ a monitor for him.
Monitor, like a baby monitor.
Separated from the other children. The monitor will supervise him one-on-one.
Samuel won't cope with this. He already feels so different. I'll have a talk with him.
Good.
Have a
Mrs.
serious
Fanning,
talk
the
with him.
boy has significant behavioural problems.
Probably ADD.
Samuel doesn't need a full-time monitor. What he needs is some understanding.
I have 24 other first graders in that class.
L-
Do you want me to put them all at risk because of your...
Yes.
I'll just find another school.
Yes. Oh, she's just gonna find another school.
You look after your business, and I'll go and find a school that sees my son as a human being and not just as another problem to be gotten rid of.
That's very unfair. We're only trying to help the boy.
No, you're not.
Stop calling him the boy.
There you go.
His name is Samuel.
Boom. Wow, she just pulled a mic out from her purse, dropped it, and walked away. All right, they're driving home. He's in the back seat.
We're at the park today. You can play on that swing you like, for as long as you like, okay?
Oh, we're gonna have fun today.
No one hates me.
Oh,
She doesn't.
he's sad.
Just need a break, that's all.
I'm sad too.
Don't tell Annie Claire what happened.
I'm going to.
I'll tell her later.
Okay. All right, we're at the grocery store.
Mom, come and look at this. I can do it again.
She's trying to pay. He's playing with another kid.
My dad's in the cemetery.
Oh boy.
He got killed driving Mom to the hospital to have me.
Samuel?
Oh jeezums.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. I shouldn't have. Well, your mum's very lucky to have you then, isn't she?
That was a really creepy thing.
So see you later, Katie.
Bye. She leaves.
Alice was so drunk he vomited.
Right.
His own installation.
He's
Lost all these silence.
dancing all around the playground.
I am.
Oh, she saw a woman's talking to her on the bench.
And then what happened?
Ruby, don't play there. It's wet.
Mom!
Oh,
I'm gonna smash its head!
oh, he's talking about the monsters. He jumps off the swing set.
I'm gonna smash it!
All right, he's in his own little world.
What do you do for Wednesday? I can get their birthday cakes. It's easy.
would change her mind. She doesn't want to join party with Sam this year.
Mom! Mom!
She wants to have a princess puppy.
That makes sense. No, that's normal.
That's okay. We don't have to come. Still come.
No.
She just doesn't want to share the day with Sam anymore. I understand.
Mom! I
Oh.
can go really high.
Oh boy. All right, go really high. Don't do that. Oh no, he's gonna
Maybe
fall.
we'll celebrate his birthday properly this year anyway. On the day.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh no, he's climbing up.
Amelia, I just want you to be happy. And then his birthday thing rolls around and I end up feeling awful. I don't want you to feel
Oh no. Oh no. Samuel keeps climbing higher. She's not paying. Mom's not paying attention.
Look at me!
Oh my gosh. He was standing on the very top rung. Now they're driving, he's just screaming in the back seat. She pulls the car over. They're home.
You look tired, little one.
An old woman next door.
In the wars today.
It's had a big day, that's all.
Big day.
Just exhausted.
Big day, boys. Oh, he opens the door, a little puppy comes out. It's their dog.
You look tired too, love.
Amelia's the mum, picks up the dog,
he was asleep when he picked.
and rubs its belly.
I'll put your rubbish out for you, Gracie.
No. You've just got in, Pet.
I'll do it now, then it's done.
Oh, she's gonna go next door and help out the elderly woman who lives next door. Amelia comes down the stairs, the dog's clawing on a door. She moves the dog, picks up the dog. She goes to open the door, it's locked. Hakuna Matata. Now it's later, they're having a meal at other ends of the table. All right, I guess scene change. It's in the evening. Looking under the beds. Looking in the cabinets, make sure there's no monsters. For someone who's so determined to kill the monsters, he sure is clearing them. All right, he's got a book. They're gonna read a book to go to bed tonight, people.
Where'd you get this?
Mr. Babadook is the name of the book. It's a red book with black pages.
If it's in a word or it's in a look, you can't get rid of the Babadook.
Shook.
If you're a really clever one and you know what it is to see,
Picture something
then you
hiding
can
behind a
friends with
door.
A special one, a friend of you and me.
With the pull tab. Pull the tab and a hand comes out. He thinks it's funny.
His name is Mr. Babadook, and this is his book. A rumbling sound, then 3 sharp knocks. Babadook, dook, dook.
Babadook, dook,
That's when you'll
dook.
know he's around. You'll see him if you look.
There's a picture of a little boy and a dresser with rumble, rumble, rumble.
Dook, dook, dook.
He reads what's on the page.
Read another one tonight, eh?
Let's read another one.
Could choose.
Don't read it to him. Oh, now there's
He wears on
creepy picture of the Babadook.
Don't you think? See him in your room at night.
Uh-oh.
Does it hurt the boy?
Oh no, she's going through all the pages and it's very creepy. It's a pop-up book. And once you see it, what's underneath, you're going to wish you were dead. Now she's trying to read another book. He's clutching himself around her waist and just crying. And therefore, he's sleeping with her. And she's not getting a wink. Oh, man. So you're definitely getting the feeling this poor woman is just not getting a break. She's going through the book now by herself. Babadook in the pop-up book saying, "Let me in." Little boy sleeping on his bed. She turns the page and it's a big, massive, dark creature. You're going to wish you were dead. All the pages after that are blank. She's looking. Oh, it's blank. She closes it. Looks at the title. Gets a stool. She puts it on the top corner at the very back of her wardrobe. All right, now she's watching TV. Her jaw's hurting her. Watching a commercial, eating chocolate. She's eating chocolate. She's got the dog on her lap. She's flipping through the channels. Black and white show. Couple kiss in the black and white show. She looks defeated, looking at the screen. She gets up. The dog jumps off her lap. She turns off the TV. The room is dark. She starts heading upstairs. She's in her sleeping gown. She opens up a basket. Oh boy. She took out something to take the edge off. Because she doesn't have a man in her life. She looks at the door. No one's coming in. She gets all comfy in bed. And we hear a vibration noise. She's just relaxing now. We're in Samuel's room. He's looking around his room. Gets up on his elbow. Back to Amelia. She's having a great time, but not really. She's trying to have a great time. Samuel takes a rag ball out from under his pillow. His wardrobe is open. Amelia's having a great time. And oh boy. Having a real great time. Oh my gosh. Samuel runs into the room.
No, this is not going to happen.
She picks him up, throws him on her bed, covers him up in the blankets.
It can't hurt you.
I can't hurt you.
You've had a big day. You're just exhausted.
I don't want anything bad to happen to you, Mum.
He hugs her.
Nothing bad's gonna happen, Sam.
She's just looking at the ceiling.
Protect you.
The staircase. Scenes around the house. In its darkness. Alright. She's just up reading a book now. Samuel is fast asleep beside her. She heard something. She looks up. Well, looks back to her book. Must have been nothing. Continues reading. The camera pans in. Oh, there's another noise. Sounds like someone dropped something outside the door, down the hallway. She puts her book down, turns the light out, gets under her covers, tries to go to sleep. She pulls the blankets over her head. She's under the covers just looking at her son. He's sleeping. Her eyes slowly close. Oh, frick, that's so scary, but it was just a time lapse. I literally thought she was getting possessed by Satan. What? What time is it? She looks at the time. Oh, it's 9:02.
He's not running a fever anymore. No, my sister's going to take him. Put it back.
Oh, okay, they're getting ready to leave. He runs outside with his catapult backpack. She's on the phone with someone.
Oh, no, I couldn't get to the phone. He was vomiting. Yeah, no worries. I'll see you soon.
Oh, she
Samuel,
was
no
pretending.
talk at Auntie Claire's, okay?
She's pretending he was sick, I think.
No Babadook. No nothing. All right?
Oh, no talking about stuff. All right. There's some balls spinning. Oh, we're at the retirement home. We're playing bingo.
Two fat ladies. Good, Elaine. Another few days and someone could call that bingo.
All right, she's just playing with the seniors.
11.
Number 11.
Number 11.
I have it.
Legs 11.
No, 11. All right. Oh, she's just... Oh, she got a look from her supervisor. She was just being cheeky for a minute, and her supervisor was standing right there. She's in the lunchroom.
He's not very impressed with your bingo skills.
Robbie comes in. She was rubbing her head, and
You alright?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
you're not fine.
How are you? How's Dewey?
Fine.
You're not fine.
A bunch of old people. You don't have to be fine, you know.
Just a bit stressed at the moment.
Why don't you go home?
Listen to him.
Cranky bitch. If she goes after lunch, I can cover for her.
You do that?
Oh, that was my throat. She just gurgled. Like the Babadook. All right, Robbie's saying, go home. I'll cover for you. You need some rest. She's happy.
You should go.
All right, she's gonna go. All right, she gets some her time. I'm getting a really, really strong feeling she hasn't had a lot of uninterrupted her time. And that's taking a toll on her, something fierce. Looks like she's walking around the mall. She's just sitting on a couch in the mall by herself, eating some ice cream. Gets in her car. She starts it up. She looks over, she sees another couple in the parking lot. They're in their car and they're happy and they kiss. They kiss passionately. She looks after them. Oh, the lady noticed, so she looks away. Oh no, she takes like her cell phone, 10 missed calls, all from her sister Claire. She gets there. Samuel's on the...
Rung you a million times.
Samuel's sitting on the driveway.
That's all. Insisted on talking to this bloody Babadook thing.
Oh no.
Freaked me out. So I need to get him to see someone, Amelia. It's
Claire is
to carry on.
very angry,
Rubbish, it's real.
and she's holding her daughter. Her daughter's terrified, clinging to her. He just threw a firework at her feet.
Be on the internet.
That's the end of the internet.
Oh,
If the Babadook was real, we'd see it right now, wouldn't we?
It wants to scare you first, then you'll see it.
okay.
Well, I'm not scared.
I'm not either.
You will be when it creeps into your room at night.
Oh, frick.
You will be when it eats your inside.
Okay.
You're not having a birthday with Ruby this week. No cake, no games. That's the end of it.
Oh boy. All right, we're at home making some slop. She calls out for Samuel as she does some dishes. She looks over and she sees her next door neighbor, the old lady,
Ladies and gentlemen,
just watching some TV.
Dad, life is not always
All right, Samuel is doing a magic trick for his stuffies. Looks like he's in the basement.
but it can also be very treacherous.
He has a picture of his mom and his dad. Oh shoot, he's throwing freaking fireworks. She looks over, the door to the basement opens as the dog runs up.
I'll save Mum.
She doesn't look happy.
I'm gonna trap the Babadook like this.
He pulls a string over the stairs. He says he's gonna trip the Babadook like this. He shoots his dart gun. Oh, she calls after him. He walks up the stairs. It's not good.
I was just putting
She found the key on him.
Father's things are down there.
He's my father, you don't own him.
Oh, there's a knock on the door. Who is it? It's Robbie.
See how you're going.
He brought her some flowers.
Can I come in?
No.
Hey, mate. This is
Robbie comes in. He
always got me in one.
Robbie brought Samuel a game.
I'm not sick.
I thought.
No, he's not actually. The truth
Uh-oh.
is he's so disobedient he can't go to school anymore.
You said that's not true.
How many 6-year-old boys do you know, Robbie, who still believe in monsters?
Oh no.
She won't let me have a birthday party, and she won't let me have a dad.
Oh my gosh. For one, this kid is super creepy. I'm sorry if the actor is watching this, but you're just really creepy in this movie. All right, where is she now? I guess he's gone. She's in. She sets the flowers down. She looks at the door open to the basement. She goes down into the basement. Papers everywhere. Looks like Samuel's been rooting through stuff. She looks horrified. She starts gathering things. She's looking for something in particular. She puts some records away, some photographs, some sheet music. She looks up and sees something. The stuffed animal's like a picture of her and her husband. She grabs the picture, she puts it to her heart, breathes heavy. She turns around, oh my gosh. It's just a suit hanging up. Really creepily, like it could be a person, but it's just nailed to the wall perfectly. All right, they're having their dinner, eating their soup. Oh, something happening in her mouth. She looks, there's a piece of glass in her. She says, don't eat it. There's a piece of glass in their soup. There's glass all in her soup.
The Babadook did it, Mum.
Oh.
Go and watch a DVD and I'll make something else.
The Babadook did it.
Just go and watch a DVD.
Oh, don't push the button, Samuel. All right. Now he's watching something in the other room and she's making a new something to eat. She looks in. Oh, he's watching something magical. A magician. But it looks a little creepy. She looks after Samuel. Yeah, that DVD is a little too just creepy. It's later. She's walking upstairs and she sees Samuel run from one room to another. She goes in. She turns on the light. All her bedding and stuff is ripped. Oh my gosh, ripped right off. And there's the picture of her and her husband. And his face is scratched out. And her face is all penciled in and gross. She goes over to him and says, did you do this? He grabs his catapult. And she says, no. He pushes her. Oh my gosh. She's singing at the kitchen table, just rubbing her temple. Oh, the light starts to go freaky. She's thinking. Samuel with his backpack. I don't know where he is, but he's breathing heavy. The dog jumps up on Amelia's leg. She doesn't notice. She's too busy holding her head. Samuel sees something in the closet. He breathes heavy. Amelia rubbing her temple. Samuel goes up to the closet. Amelia rubbing her temple. She doesn't look happy. Samuel keeps looking up. She hears Samuel scream. She runs upstairs. She goes in. The wardrobe fell over. The window is open in Samuel's room. His catapult backpack is on the floor. He's under the bed, breathing heavy. She pulls him out. She lies him down. He is beside himself. She looks over on his dresser, and there's the Babadook book. She opens it up. She's leafing through it. She starts ripping the pages out and ripping them into shreds. She's had enough of this. She puts it in the garbage can. She closes the garbage can. The music stops as soon as she closes the lid. She goes back into the house. The lights go out. Time for bed. Oh, her night table lamp is the light bulb flickering. She turns it out. Samuel's in the bed beside her. She gets comfy. She's looking around. She hears walking in the hallway. She sits straight up in bed. She's looking across the room. There's just shadows. She lies back down. She pulls the covers over her head. A shadow goes across her room.
Go to Ruby's party.
Oh, no, sorry, just another time lapse. She wakes up. Samuel's asked a question. What time is it? Oh, they're going to Ruby's party.
No, she's got a twin.
Claire's
Shopping together.
birthday. Claire's daughter's birthday. Samuel is just hugging Amelia. There's 4 other ladies around. Samuel is the only boy. He doesn't want to let go.
Now.
She talks to him sternly, like Howard Stern. All the other women look at each other.
Claire tells me you're a writer.
Oh, no, not really, not anymore.
Not anymore.
What writing did you do?
I wrote some articles for some magazines and did some kids stuff. I just need to get back into it. That's all.
That's Claire talking.
It must be difficult. I do volunteer work with some
This
disadvantaged
is
women. And
someone else.
a few of them have lost their husbands.
Disadvantaged women, a few of them was left as her husbands. Claire looks at her with a not so happy look.
Where'd you going?
They change the subject and just start talking amongst themselves.
It's 24/7, it feels like.
Tell me about it.
I don't even have time to go to the gym anymore. It's ridiculous.
That's a real tragedy.
Oh, she
Not having to go to
snaps.
the gym anymore. How do you cope? You must have so much to talk about with those poor disadvantaged women.
Oh, shit. Claire was looking at her like, what the frick? All right, they're outside. There's a clown doing some tricks. Oh, there's some other boys there.
This is my tree house. You're not.
Oh, Ruby goes up into the tree house and Samuel is hiding in it. The women are saying goodbye to each other, getting their kids and leaving. Just Amelia and Claire are left. Claire does not look happy.
How do your mum know if it's real or not? She never comes to our house. Mum told Dad she didn't want to go to your house because it's too depressing.
Wow.
Babadook would eat your mum for breakfast. It'd rip her arms off. Shut up!
They feel sorry for
Oh,
her.
no.
Big difference.
God, Amelia, as soon as anyone mentions Oscar, you can't cope.
That's not true.
It'll be 7 years.
7 years.
Time you moved on.
Bad luck.
Moved on.
No, you haven't.
I don't mention him. I don't talk about him. What strain is that on you, Claire?
You're not even good enough to have a dad.
Oh, frick off.
When you don't. I do have a dad.
I listen to your life.
Oh,
day
no.
in, day out, and you never stop to ask me anything about mine. I do.
I do.
I want to know how you are.
You don't come round to our house anymore?
Because I can't stand being around your son.
I
Wow.
can't believe you just said that.
You can't stand
Bitch.
being around him yourself.
Your dad died so he didn't have to be with you. That's not true. And your mum doesn't want you.
Oh.
No one wants you.
He runs out. He pushes her out of the tree house. She has a freaking bloody nose and mouth. She looks up, and it's Samuel.
She said I didn't have a dad. She kept saying it.
Oh no, Claire. Oh.
Stay here and look after the children. You want another one to get hurt.
Oh man. Oh no, now they're driving in the car. He's just kicking the seat behind her. She's driving. Oh, not behind her. Oh, she is losing it. She yells at him. He looks at something outside the window. There's nothing there. He's yelling at nothing. Holy frick. His eyes roll back, he starts convulsing. She goes out. She unbuckles him. She takes him out of the back seat. She puts him on the sidewalk beside the car. People are walking by. They look freaked out. Alright, we're at the doctor's. They're looking into Samuel's eye. A tongue depressor. Looking in the ears. Oh, I don't like that sound. Listening to the heart. The doctor looks at him.
It may have been a febrile convulsion. That's when the brain overheats. It always looks worse than it is.
I've never seen anything like this.
We'll have to wait until the tests come back. All these other results are normal.
She is beside herself.
The suffering
She is a right
anxiety.
proper wreck.
Related to the monster theory,
That's an understatement.
all children see monsters.
Not like this.
Not like this.
And it's getting worse. He's becoming aggressive.
See a psychiatrist. I can refer you.
Can't afford it.
Bricks to get in.
Okay, that was great.
But can you just give me something for now, just to make him sleep?
Oh man.
And just until we can get an appointment.
Oh man.
Please. I haven't slept in weeks and neither has Samuel. And when we go home tonight, this whole nightmare will start up again and I am really,
Oh man.
really not coping.
Doctor thinks.
I can give you a short course of sedatives, just until the tests come back. Most
Okay.
others aren't too keen on them unless it's really bad.
It's really bad. It's really, really bad. Friggin' morphine this kid up, son. Alright, gets out his little freaky deaky notepad.
These can make children feel absent temporarily.
There's a fly on the mic.
They'll certainly help him sleep. That's all.
Alright, he hands her the prescription. Later at night, sitting on the bed,
Because I'm weird.
having a conversation. She has the pill in one hand and a glass of water in the other.
Just need to take your medicine
She holds out the pill.
and not worry.
He hugs her.
I don't want you to die.
Oh, frick.
Won't die for a long time yet.
Long time.
Think that about my dad before he died.
Oh, frick. He's sad.
Pill, so you can go to sleep.
Take the pill so you can go to sleep. Demand.
Day off tomorrow. Maybe we could do something.
Will these make the Babadook go away?
Yes.
I think so, but you have to promise me not to mention it again.
I promise to protect you if you promise to protect me.
I can't promise anything.
Mention it.
I can't promise anything.
To protect you.
All right, we're going to protect each other. He pops the pill in. He takes a drink of the water. He drank the whole darn glass. She smiles. And she kicks him all nice and tucked into his bed. She fluffs his pillow.
Can you stay here with me?
Sure, I can do that.
I love you, Mum.
Oh,
Me too.
he's getting all ready. Go to sleep. The pill works that quickly. I freaking need to find what that pill is. Turns over on his side. Alright, it's later. She's leaving his bedroom. Walking slowly down the hall to her room. She closes the door. And like before, she's just... she's like levitating into her bed. Just symbolic of the relief. She sits up. Her eyes are half-masted. She looks beside her. There's no Samuel. She falls onto the bed. Yeah, it's next morning. She wakes up. She goes into Samuel's room. And he's asleep. She smiles and turns around and goes down the stairs. I'm gonna make some breakfast. Maybe some pancakes. There's a knock on the door. Oh, I wonder what that is. She turns around. She goes over to the door. She opens it. Oh, frick. There's nothing there. Oh, frick me. Here we go. She closes the door and goes back in. 3 massive knocks. She turns around. She opens the door. She looks around. There's nothing. It's the Babadook. Oh, she looks down. The Babadook book is on her welcome mat. She goes into the house. She's panicked. She's freaking out. She opens it up. The pages have been put back together, taped together roughly. Oh, there's more pages now. Oh frick! Now it's the Babadook. pop-up book hanging over her. Or not her, but a drawing of a woman. Something Babadook, it's under your skin. Oh, come and see what's underneath. And then a picture of the woman killing the dog, killing her son with the Babadook in the background. Holy frick. She's freaked out. Oh, and then there's one of the woman taking a knife and killing herself. These are all pictures. She takes the book out to the barbecue, throws some kerosene on it, lights it on fire. Samuel is out there with her. Time to get rid of that.
I'll pay for everything.
Can't even pay your own bills. Look, I really have to go.
Claire,
What's that?
someone is stalking me and Samuel.
Claire. Oh, shoot.
The book turned up in a place. I threw it away, but somebody glued it back together and put it on our doorstep.
Oh, man.
I just can't help you right now.
I didn't expect you to help. I just wanted...
If you're that worried, you should go to the police.
All right. She said go to the police. Guess what you should do, Claire? Amelia. Go to the police. She hangs up the phone. Her hands are all dark and nasty from burning that book. She sets the phone down and walks away. Phone rings. She walks back over to it, picks it up.
Claire.
It's not, no Claire, there's no one there. Claire freaks out. She slams the phone down. She goes into the police station. She walks up to the front desk.
I want to report someone stalking me and my child.
Can you tell us what happened?
Somebody sent me a children's book.
The two cops laugh behind them.
And it contained violent and graphic images of my child and me being murdered.
Oh, frick.
I burnt it.
Uh-oh.
You burnt it.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about it.
Oh, you fricker. Just help
He's
her.
been making phone calls to me as well.
What's he been saying?
Nothing, just making indecent noises.
How do you know it's the same person?
Because of what he wrote in the book.
The book you burnt.
Yes. Oh, my gosh. Sometimes you gotta police the police, people. Oh, no. There's a suit in the background that has the same features as the Babadook. The police officer looks down at her hands. They're all charred from the burning the book. He looks back at her. She pulls her hands away. She runs out. They're of no help. No one's gonna help you except for Ed and Lorraine Warren.
Did you get your things done? Mrs. Rogers
All right.
has Parkinson's. That's why she shakes like this.
Samuel, you don't have to say everything that goes through your head.
Oh, she's back home. Samuel was with the nice lady that lives beside him.
So we talked about it.
Okay.
These things as they are. That one, Oscar was the same. He always spoke his mind.
Oh.
You have to keep on bringing him up.
Oscar. Oh, her husband. Oh, she freaking grabs Samuel and walks away. The old lady feels bad. Bless. Gets scared. The dog's barking at something. Dog runs away. She's like, WTF. She goes after the dog into the kitchen. She looks around. It's a little bit of a mess. She should do a couple dishes. Oh, there was a cockroach on her shoulder. She looks. There's cockroaches coming from under the fridge. She goes to the side of the fridge. She looks behind it. She moves out the fridge. She looks. There's a bag of weird wallpaper. It's just a little crinkled. She puts her hands over to it. Pulls it aside. A cockroach falls out. She looks at it determined. She starts peeling back the wallpaper. And it reveals a hole in the wall. A cockroach comes out of it. And another, and another, and another. There's a swarm of cockroaches coming out. Samuel walks into the room. She says, don't come in. All right, she's mopping the floor. She's feckin' turning this place into a 5-star restaurant listing place. She heard a noise, a rap at the door. She looks, it's 2 well-dressed people. She opens the door.
Are you Amelia Vanek?
Yes?
Yes?
I'm Warren Newton, and this is Prue Flannery from the Department of Community Services.
My son's only been away for 2 days.
He's not actually registered at Babbage Bay anymore. If I could just come in and meet Samuel and get you to look at these papers, that'd be great.
Oh, no. Child services? Frick you guys and your moms. And she takes off her gloves. She brings them inside. They're looking around.
Hello, Samuel.
He gets up from the couch.
And this is Warren.
He looks at them.
How are you?
I'm a bit tired from the drugs Baba gave me.
Oh, boy.
Drugs, tranquilizers. From the doctor. I mean, he had a few yesterday.
They look at her.
I'm tired, actually.
That's no good.
Oh, no.
May I have a glass of water, please?
Yes.
Oh, they're going to use this time to talk to Samuel. That's what they do. You say, why don't you come with me? I'll show you where it is in case you need a second glass. Oh, no, they're following her.
Family's cockroach infestation. I normally have the house sprayed. I did actually already have it sprayed, but there's this hole in the wall behind the fridge, and that's why
She's looking as she's talking. There's no hole there. They look at the wall and they look at her.
hole in the wall. There was a hole in the wall paper. That's where they were laying their eggs, I think.
We've caught you at a bad time.
Yeah.
Leave you with this.
He hands her
You're required to come
some
back
paper.
to talk through your options. Here's my card.
That's his cad.
Mum,
Samuel gets up.
I think I'm gonna vomit.
Oh, boy. She's throwing out the paper, and now time-lapse to later at night. He's sleeping on the couch, and she's slowly doing dishes. She looks up from this kitchen window. She sees the next-door neighbor. She's drinking tea, sitting in her living room. She looks back, and there's something standing behind her. She drops the dish and it breaks. Samuel comes in, says something. She looks back. It's gone. She looks back at Samuel.
Don't you want to stay up with your mum for a while?
No.
Nar.
Go to bed now. The pills won't work properly. You have to stay up for a while, sweetheart.
You have to. If you go to sleep, you'll never wake up. All right, we're watching some stuff on the telly. A kangaroo. She looks back into the kitchen. She looks over at Samuel. Samuel's on the couch, trying desperately to stay awake.
Carl's that lady baby's about.
She cranks it up, wakes Samuel back up. She doesn't want to be alone right now. All right, time lapse of the trees outside.
Lived happily together in a beautiful palace for the rest of their days.
She's reading a book to Samuel. He's fast asleep. She closes the book. Oh, the light beside her goes all wonky-donkey. She looks straight out in front of her. There's a mirror in the wardrobe. She can see herself and Samuel in the mirror. The house is dark. Shots of the house. Shots of a door. Zooming in on a door. All right, she's sleeping in the room with Samuel. I guess she kind of needs that, she just wants him to be close to her. She can't sleep very well. She looks at the ceiling. There's a light hanging from the ceiling. She hears something. She sits up in bed. Sounds like something's being dragged down the hall. Tears are coming to her eyes. The dog barks. She gets up, goes over to the door. The dog runs in. No, the dog's a little cute little puppy. Gets back into bed. Gets all comfy. She just lies there. She hears it again. Holy frick. She's looking at the door. She sits up. The door creaks open. She's looking at the door, horrified. Oh, she sees something go into the room and into the shadow in the corner behind the door. She's under the covers. Holy fudge nuggets. She's under the covers. She's breathing heavy. That came from somewhere in the room. She slowly pulls down the covers and looks up. Oh, frick, there's something on the ceiling, crawling fast. It's right above her. Fingernails come out of a black creature. It's moving all really glitchy. Oh, frick! It just lunged at her from the ceiling. All right, she gets up. She turns on the light. She gets Samuel. She's turning on every single fecking light in the house. All right, she leaves. Dog's following. Hope nothing bad happens to that dog, if you know what I mean. They get down into the main living room. She's turning on all the lights. All right, they're up, watching TV. There's something wrong with her jaw. She's watching a black and white movie. She's nodding asleep, but she keeps jerking herself awake. People, black and white, dancing in the stars. Her eyes are heavy. Oh, frick. The person just showed a picture of the Babadook. And now there's all these crazy, distorted things happening on the screen of people dancing and taking their heads off and disembodied parts and, oh, frick, conjuring up Babadooks and what the frick? Just horrible, creepy things. All right, another time lapse. She doesn't get a wink of sleep. It's now the morning. She looks over. Sun's up. She looks over. Samuel is sleeping. The dog's barking at her.
I don't want to give it to anyone at work.
Oh, she's calling him to work.
I give all my shifts away. It's just what I need. I can't help it if I'm sick. What do you expect me to do?
Oh,
you do
no.
that.
She gets into bed. Don't know if Samuel is there or not yet. I don't think so. She lies down and closes her eyes.
Mom,
Samuel comes in.
but I feel sick again.
Oh no, he feels sick again.
I need to eat something.
He does need to eat something. She just wants to
I
sleep.
couldn't find any food in the fridge.
And that happens.
I said to have them with food.
No, that I understand that.
I'm really hungry, Mum.
No food in the fridge.
Have to keep talking. Don't
Oh, no.
you ever stop.
She's getting pissed.
I was just...
I need to sleep.
I'm sorry, Mummy. I was just really hungry.
If you're that hungry, why don't you go and eat shit?
Holy frick! She turns and spits at him. He runs out of the room. She lies back down. Back her heart rate's at about 160 right now. Try going to sleep. She takes deep breaths. Her eyes are closed. Her face changes. She gets up. She's walking. She's trying to find him. She walks into his bedroom. He's just curled up under the window.
I don't know why I said that.
She's so heartbroken. He's crying.
I've had absolutely no sleep.
She moves over. He scuttles away from her.
Cook you something. Eh? What would you like?
I'm not hungry anymore.
She tries to touch him, but he turns away.
We really need to get out of this house. We've been cooped up here too long. That's the problem.
Where are you gonna go? Who are you gonna call? But gross mustard.
You can have anything you want.
Whatever you want. Oh, pancakes?
Even ice cream for breakfast if you like.
Ice cream for frickin' breakfast? All right, they are at Wally's, a diner's. They're sitting in their own booth, and there's a family behind them that's just at a birthday party freaking out. She's looking at him and smiles. She grabs her jaw. There's something wrong with her jaw. They're driving home. They're driving now. Oh, there's a cockroach running on a phone book beside her. There's cockroaches all over her lap. She freaks out. She tries to brush them off. She sees a freaking Babadook in the rearview mirror. She screams. She's about to hit the tree. She turns. She screams. She's looking around in the car. She's swerving all over the road. She slams on the brakes but hits a car. A guy gets out of the car.
I just bought this bloody car. What were you thinking?
Don't buy bloody cars.
Oh, driving on the wrong side of the road with a kid in the back. You could have killed someone.
He's freaking out. She just backs up the car and just drives off. Oh my gosh, now they're somewhere. She gets out of the car, he gets out of the car. They're home. There's their next door neighbor. I don't know her name. Grace? Let's just call her Grace. She looks like she could be a Grace. She calls out. They don't answer. She's just sitting in the bathtub with her robe on.
I can call him, she can come over.
So she wants to play with someone.
Mum?
Let them play.
Annie Claire doesn't want to talk to us anymore.
Annie Claire.
Mum, look at me.
She won't look at him. She looks at him. Oh, she stands up. There is water in the tub. She picks him up and she puts him in the tub as well. They sit down. He's in his clothes. She's in his clothes. He doesn't look too happy. Her eyes are half-masked. Smile on her face, but she just looks empty.
I'm not going anywhere.
Anyway. Are you gonna go anywhere? Nar. All right. I guess she comes up from the basement. She has the violin in her hands. She goes upstairs. She falls. She's lying in bed and she has the violin. Samuel goes beside her. He spoons her. Spooning her hard.
Stay here tonight. I can call Mrs. Roach.
I don't want you to call anyone.
Oh, he says, I don't think we should stay here tonight. I think you're right, Samuel.
I need to sleep.
She's so exhausted. He gets up and tries to talk to her, but he puts his hand on the violin. She snaps. He runs over to the chair across the room. She looks at him. She can't keep her eyes open. Her vision's going blurry. She looks back. He's in a different position. Bit creepy. Right now we got weird mist going across the screen with two different pictures of her sleeping but looking like she's having a nightmare. All right, no, we're on her. She opens her eyes. She looks at the ceiling. There's the light. She's blinking. Her vision's all fricked. It's all glitchy. She hears whispering. The curtains in her room are moving. She looks panicked. Oh, a creepy noise came from somewhere and she just sat up straight. She looks around the room. It's dark but quiet. She gets out of bed. She's going down the hall. I just got so freaking creeped out like someone was behind me. She goes downstairs. She hears talking. She looks. Oh, it's Emma breathing. Oh my gosh. Or maybe it wasn't Emma breathing. Maybe it was what I'm watching. The Babadook is what I'm watching, ladies and gents. She's walking down the stairs, but she's hearing noises everywhere. Their house is dark. She's trying to figure out where the noise is coming from. She starts walking towards the kitchen. Holy frick! It was him, Samuel. He was on the phone in the kitchen. She grabs the phone.
Gracie, I'm so sorry.
Gracie, the next door neighbor, I guess. So I was close, Grace.
No, we're fine. Samuel's just been very disobedient again. I told him not to call anyone. No, we're fine. I just have a headache.
Oh no.
I really have to go though.
By the way, Samuel is wearing his catapult backpack.
No worries. Talk soon.
Talk soon. Ta-ta. She hangs up the phone.
I told you not to call anyone and you deliberately disobeyed me.
Oh no. She's pissed.
You want to frighten Mrs. Roach?
Yes.
An old lady who can hardly walk. Do you want to make her sick?
That was the mic.
Get that bloody thing off!
Oh, she yells at Samuel. He jumps. Looks like he's about to cry and he takes the thing off.
The only way.
She takes the battery out of the phone.
In front of our neighbours.
She slams it on the counter. She grabs a knife from the drawer. She holds it towards him. No, she's leaving. She goes to the room. He follows. She grabs the phone cord and cuts it with the knife.
I'm sorry, Mummy. It's just that the Babadook made you crush the car again.
What?
I said the
The
Babadook.
Babadook isn't real, Samuel.
Yes, it is.
It's just something you've made up in your stupid little
I
head.
just didn't want you to let it in.
Oh no.
I'll make sure nothing gets in tonight. All right, Samuel? Nothing is coming in here tonight.
She's walking towards him. She still has the knife. She turns around. She goes to the front door. Samuel gets his backpack. All right. He's getting his loot of stuff. She's going around to every door and window, closing it and locking it. Samuel is arming himself with his catapult, dart gun, anything he has as a weapon. She's closing more windows. She looks around. Samuel peeks around the door of his room. She slowly sits down. She looks like she could burst into tears.
I feel sick.
She has a pill and a glass of water in Samuel's room. A tear slips from her eye.
I am the parent and you are the child, so take the pill.
He looks at her. He takes the pill. He takes a drink of the water. Oh, he didn't take the pill. He has it hidden in his hand. She looks inside his mouth. It's gone.
Good boy.
She can't even smile. She touches his shoulder. She's rubbing his shoulder. All right. She's awake. She's watching cartoons. But her eyes are so half-masked. Holy frick! She looks over and Samuel's covered in blood and dead on the couch. Oh, he screams. Oh my gosh. He was on the couch, but in a different position. And he screams at her. And then she looks down and she had the knife in her hand. She runs into the kitchen, puts the knife in the drawer. She's sitting on the chair crying. The dog walks in. She grabs the dog. She's talking all lovingly to it. She just needs its comfort. She rubs its face and smiles. Dog tries to get away. Jumps off her. Runs away. Oh, it's growling at her now. Don't. She just starts crying. Samuel is on the couch. All right, she's brought them some food. She made them ice cream.
There's more where that came from.
She's all smiles and giggles. Samuel gets his ice cream and some marshmallows on top of it. He starts eating it. Oh, her jaw hurts. She grabs her jaw. But nope, everything's okay. They're watching a kung fu movie. Oh no, flipping stations. Man, there's a lot of horror movies on at frickin' night. Alright, Samuel's passed out on the couch, dog sleeping on Samuel. Oh, frick. All these really disturbing things on TV. With monsters, car accidents, insects.
Knife to stab her son. His body was found in their basement. The woman later attacked officers with the knife, drew their guns, and shot her to death.
Oh no.
It was known about the tragedy, but neighbors say the boy was celebrating
In the TV thing, holy frick. On the TV, it's going through this crime scene. And in one of the scenes, the window is pulled back and there's someone's face. She gets a horrified look, looks closer, and it's her face. The lights break in the room. She looks around. She looks for Samuel. He was just lying on the couch and now he's gone. Oh, frick. She turns around. He's sleepwalking. He said something to her.
You're the one who's asleep, sweetheart.
With his eyes closed, he turns around.
Don't go down there.
He walks towards the basement. She gets up from her chair.
It's not safe.
He walks down to the basement where a bright light is coming from. She walks after him. She gets to the top of the stairs. She stops and starts going down the stairs slowly. She's walking down the stairs. She has a look on her face like she can't believe it. It's her husband. She goes over, she hugs him. There's a brilliant light in the room. They're hugging each other. He touches her hair. They kiss. They hug each other again.
You can be together. You just need to bring me the boy.
What? She stops. You just need to bring me the boy? She slowly pulls away. She looks at him. None trusting anymore. She backs away. Like, what the frick did you just say? She keeps backing away. The room is now dark around him.
You can bring me the boy.
Oh, the Babadook's voice is coming through her husband.
You can bring me the boy. You can bring me the boy.
You can bring me the boy.
I think it's going to rain.
I think it's going to rain. It's completely dark now. She runs up the stairs. All the lights are flickering in the house. The chandelier is swirling around. It goes quiet. She looks to the corner of her eye. She looks behind her in the kitchen, where the noise is coming from. A dark part in the hallway. The Babadook comes towards her, completely crowded in darkness. Its claws come out. She runs upstairs. She closes her bedroom door. She props a chair up. She falls. She starts crawling across the room backwards. Okay. Holy frick! A hack falls from the ceiling. She falls. She can't breathe. She's crawling towards her bed. She turns around and looks. Oh, she has a fireplace in her room. That's where the claws of the Babadook come down the chimney. He throws its coat beside her. She's clawing her way to the door. The chair is still propped up in front of the door. She hears it rumble. Its arms are wide open, casting shadows everywhere. It is real. Holy frick! It jumps on her back, her eyes open. and her pupils dilate. And it just had a scream like from Land Before Time. Like when the Tyrannosaurus Rex falls, that's exactly what it just sounded like. All right, now she's watching TV. Samuel opens the door. He has the dog. They're peering at her from a closet. Oh no, they're upstairs. The dog runs downstairs. She's watching a fricked up horror movie. The dog runs over to her and starts barking. Oh frick, it's such a creepy witch, demonic looking face on the TV. She's breathing heavy. Her face is completely changed. She looks at the dog. The dog stops barking. She turns off the TV. Please don't. She gets up. She runs after the dog. She grabs it. No, don't. It's just on her face. The dog whimpers. Oh no. Oh no. She's doing something to the dog, but you... Holy Okay. She just broke the dog's neck. Just like in the book. She reaches in her mouth now. Oh, she's all freaking weird. She's reaching in her mouth. Oh, there's a gushing noise. She pulled something out. It's a tooth. Blood dribbles from the corner of her mouth. She done frickin' throw her tooth. She throws it on the floor. Blood in the corner of her mouth. She turns around. She goes into the living room. She looks up the stairs. She sees Samuel. He was looking through the banister. She runs up the stairs after him. Holy frick. She goes over to his door. It's locked, though.
Samuel.
They're both on the other sides of the door.
You don't want him to die, do you? Samuel.
She's getting angry.
Are you listening to me?
No. She starts pushing on the door.
Let me in, you little shit!
Oh my gosh.
Let me in!
Holy frick. She jumps on the door. She's holding on to the top. She's hitting the door with her feet. She knocks it open. She walks into the room. Oh, it was her room that he hid in. She looks under the bed. Holy frick! She sees him across the room. She screams. And she just starts floating towards him. He pees himself.
6 years old and you're still wetting yourself.
He's so scared.
Oh, how many times I wished it was you, not him, that died.
I just want you to be happy.
I just want you to be happy.
Holy frick. She looks terrifying.
Sometimes I just want to smash your head against a brick wall until your fucking brains pop out.
Holy. You're not my mother.
What did you say?
I said you're not my mother.
Oh, she screams. He throws fireworks at her. He runs away. She's at the banister. She goes down the hallway into the room. He has his dart. He shoots the dart gun at her. It hits her in the arm. She pulls it out, throws it away. He launches his catapult at her, hits her in the head. He runs out of the room. She closes the door to his room behind her. She has a look of anger and evil on her face. She's walking down the hallway. She's looking. You can see him hiding in the closet behind her. She walks all the way down the stairs. She didn't notice. He jumps out of the closet. He's watching her walk towards the front door. She looks at the front door. Grace is at the front door. Samuel goes into the kitchen. He sees the dead dog. He opens the back door. Oh, no.
I know it's late. I just wanted to make sure you were okay.
No, she opens the door. There's still the screen door. Everything's fine.
I know this time of year is terribly hard for you.
Oh.
I know you don't want me to go on about it, so I won't. I just wanted you to know that I'd do anything for you and Sam.
Oh.
I love you both.
That old lady is so sweet.
Samuel.
She goes into the kitchen. She sees Samuel.
I'm sorry. I understand you're scared.
Yeah, he's freaking scared.
Good since your dad died.
Oh, she's being honest. She hasn't been good since his father died.
I'm sick, Sam.
She's sick. Okay.
I just spoke with Mrs. Roach. We're going to stay there tonight.
Oh no.
Do you want that?
She leans down. He's still a good couple meters away from her.
I want to make it up to you, Sam.
By killing him. She's slowly getting closer, but she has tears in her eyes. A face of pain.
I want you to meet your dad.
I want you to meet your dad.
It's beautiful there.
Oh no.
You'll be happy.
Her hand is on his shoulder, close to his neck. Oh! He just screamed. What did he do? Did he stab her? He just screamed and plunged a knife into her thigh. She pulls out the knife. He runs downstairs. Oh, frick, he trips her on the wire he had set up in the beginning of the movie. She stumbles down the stairs. She's hit her head. She's all dazed. He takes it back, hits the back of her legs. She falls down, her face hits the ground, and everything goes black. There's a light. She's lying down on the ground looking up at this light. She tries to get up. She's all tied down. She's looking around. Her hand is tied. Her body is tied to everything. In the basement, Samuel is down there. She screams.
I'm not leaving you.
She looks at him.
Mom? Mom?
He gets closer to her. She screams, it scares him. He runs back to the corner. The laugh turns into a cry.
I know you don't love me. The Babadook won't let you. But I love you, Mum.
She just looks at him out of the corner of her eyes.
I always will.
Her face softens. She starts crying. She's trying to get her hands free. She got a hand free. He's right beside her. She grabs him. There's evil in her face. She's choking him. He can't breathe. The life is draining from him. He reaches out and he just strokes her face. She pushes him off. She starts convulsing. Oh, frick. Her head's shaking all creepily. I don't like that. She gets up. Her mouth is open. Her face is towards the ground. She just starts vomiting. Black. She falls over. There's black vomit all over the ground. He starts shaking her. She gets up. She breathes. She sits up. He hugs her. She touches his arm. He's still wrapped in an embrace around her. They're upstairs. She has black vomit all over the side of her arm. They're walking. Where are they going? To the front door? She looks absolutely defeated. He's covered in soot. She's covered in black vomit.
Get rid of the Babadook.
You can't get rid of the Babadook. He falls down the stairs. He gets pulled up the stairs by an invisible force. She's horrified. She looks after him. She runs up the stairs. She runs into the bedroom. There he is in the middle of the room. Oh, he gets thrown against the wall. Every time she tries to grab him, he gets thrown. She gets him. She throws him into the bed. She's holding him. Now the whole bed starts to shake. All the picture frames start to shake. The other side of the room is completely black. The bed stops. She looks over towards the blackness. She stands up. She starts moving towards it. A figure emerges from the blackness. It's her husband. She looks at him, no longer believing. She says no.
Keep breathing. Put your seat back, sweetheart. 10 more minutes and we're there.
10 more minutes and we're there. She says no. She's crying. He looks at the corner of the...
I think it's gonna rain.
Stop!
He looks over at something. Oh! Oh my gosh! There were lights that looked like a car was coming towards him, and then it looks like something cut the top part of his head off, and he fell to the ground. She, not being able to scream, falls to her knees, her mouth open. His body gets dragged back into the blackness. She starts wailing. Back at the blackness, the Land Before Time Tyrannosaurus Rex sound. Whoa, now she doesn't look very happy. She's looking towards the blackness. She stands up. Ooh, she's ready to pack a fight. She hears the growling.
You are nothing.
She's saying this to the blackness. The dresser is shaking. All the furniture is shaking. Samuel gets up, runs behind her, and hugs her from behind. There's something there with big arms that are stretched across the sides of the room. Everything's shaking. The picture frames are shaking. Tyrannosaurus Rex. The chairs, the walls start cracking. Samuel's holding on as tight as he can. The ceiling cracks. The arms of the Babadook go up. Oh, Samuel, he's being sucked towards the being. She grabs him. She holds on tight and screams. Everything is shattering in the room. The Babadook slowly backs up and recedes into the darkness. The room calms down. Samuel hugs her with his eyes closed. She's a blooming wreck. The Babadook comes forward from the darkness. She just looks at it, not caring anymore. And it's just empty clothes that fall to the ground. She slowly walks towards it. It's moaning, but it seems empty. Samuel is telling her not to do it, but she's still walking towards it. She bends down, she reaches out to touch the Babadook's top hat. She goes to touch it. Oh, did she touch it? Oh, looks like it. What the frick? I don't know what happened. Something just screamed in her face. Goes down the stairs. It's screaming, goes down into the basement. The basement door slams shut. It's locked. Oh, I guess the Babadook got up, screamed in her face, which all we saw was her face and her terrified face, and then ran to the basement. She ran down, Samuel ran down. She picks up Samuel. They're hugging. She kisses the side of his head. She walks over carrying Samuel to the living room. It's morning now. They're just holding each other. She sits down on the couch. She pulls him away and looks at him. He hugs her again. Fades to black. Sometime later, beautiful tree outside. He's looking at the window. He sees someone. He waves. He runs from the window. Oh, he was at Grace's house. It's his mum. He runs over.
Mum's leg, little one.
He's fine. I've had the stitches out.
What time's the party?
Oh, any time after 3 is fine.
I'll see you in a few hours then.
Everything's great.
Bye, Sam.
She carries him. He waves back at Grace. Party's in a little while.
So I think Sam will be happy there.
Those child service people are back.
Time to get back.
There's a happy birthday banner in the background.
Some time to sort a few things out.
They are having a cup of tea.
Having a party. It's Sam's birthday today.
My first birthday I've ever celebrated.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. My first party on the day.
That's unusual.
Uh-oh. She looks down and she looks at both those people.
My husband died the day that Sam was born.
He got killed driving Mum to the hospital to have me.
Oh boy. They look
Sam's just like his dad was.
uncomfortable.
Always speaks his mind. Parties are lots of fun, especially when they're yours.
My cousin's not coming because I broke her nose in 2 places.
They're like, holy frick.
I'll take that for you.
Oh, so she now knows how to frickin' handle him. Like something just broke and it's working now. All right, she's out gardening. Oh, she buried the dog in the frickin' backyard. And then it zoomed up and it's showing her doing gardening. She looks and there's a black rose.
Good shot.
All right, he's playing darts. He's playing darts with his dart gun. Oh, they got a worm. All right, they put in a bowl full of icky worms. They're in the house. She unlocks the basement door. She kisses his forehead. They said something. I missed it because I'm talking.
You go outside, and you don't come in until I tell you.
Okay. He smiles, nods, runs out. She's wearing nice clothes now. All right, she's walking down into the basement with a bowl of worms. She's looking around. The whole side of the room is completely dark. She bends down, puts down the bowl of worms. She stands, a view from behind her with light on the side. Holy frick! Something comes after her. She's bent over backwards. She stands back up. It's right in her face.
It's all right. It's all right.
We're from the point of view of whatever it is. Must be the Babadook. It moves back. It moves away. Into the blackness. She looks down, and the bowl of worms is miraculously, supernaturally dragged into the darkness. She backs away. She's back outside.
How was it?
She's smiling.
Quiet today.
Oh, it's not quiet. I think she brought them some lunch. She touches his collar.
It's getting much better, Mom.
It is getting much better. Yeah, she made some sandwiches.
Wait. I have a new trick.
Oh, he has a new trick.
Life is not always as it seems.
Oh, he's... okay, he's doing a magic trick. He's all very theatrical about it. Rubbing his hands together. He shows he has a silver dollar. Oh, he's not done yet. He puts it in the platter, closes the platter, gets his wand out, Avada Kedavra. He opens the platter, and it's a fucking pigeon. He's dancing around so excited. There's a freaking pigeon on the platter now. They're both happy. She tickles him. She brings him close and she hugs him. Probably just excited to eat those sandwiches. They look at each other.
Happy birthday, sweetheart.
Happy birthday. She hugs him. They smile. He hugs her again. While he's looking at the pigeon, we're on her face. It's a face of pain, but relief. She closes her eyes and smiles. And it fades to black. Ladies and gentlemen, that's it. Holy frickin' sugar. That was, okay, I gotta be honest, that was a little bit hard for me to commentate on because it's not like The Conjuring. It's a lot of dialogue and it's pretty slow, but when it picks up, holy frickin' Mother Teresa, it picks up. An incredible movie. I mean, so this is what I get from it. And correct me if I'm wrong. I mean, I guess everyone will have their own interpretation, but to me, the Babadook was just, it was the demon of her past, or their past, which was the tragedy of her husband. And that's why it would manifest as her husband. And you can't get rid of the Babadook. It's always there. It's just like your own inner demons, but it was a trauma. And so that's what the Babadook was. And then through his imagination, and is it because she was a writer and she actually wrote the Babadook story? Or was it just supernatural? I guess we don't know, but what was I saying? I completely forget. Anyway, the Babadook is the tragedy of their past, and the toll it was taking on Amelia, and the toll it took on Samuel. But Samuel didn't really understand it. I think he was just expressing the loss of his dad and never having a birthday on the day of his birthday, and he was just expressing it as a child who was ADD or whatever. I mean, I'm ADD, so I can kind of attest to that. That he was expressing it in his own way, but she was expressing it in her way of just being exhausted, and Samuel was just so exhausting. And it just came to the point where she hadn't slept in forever. She's losing her job. She's just tired. And that was when the exhaustion, when, if you haven't slept for a really long time, that's when you get sick. Because your immune system's down. You're vulnerable to the elements. And that's when the elements, the Babadook, decided to strike. And or at least show its face for the first time. And so the analogy or allegory or whatever it is of what the Babadook was, how we all have Babadooks in our life. We may not know exactly what our Babadook is, but we all do. It's all something from the past, and I think that's where, just like Samuel kept saying, you can't get rid of the Babadook. You can't get rid of the Babadook. Don't let it in. Well, she let it in. It was bound to happen, but you can't get rid of it. And so that's why at the end of the movie, the Babadook is something that's just not good. It's the trauma. It's the darkness of the past, or the darkness of a situation. And, you know, that's why she fed it worms. And it lives in the basement. It's always there. The Babadook is always, this situation is always there. And that's why it ran up to her, it yelled at her. And she said, no, it's okay. It's okay. She wasn't telling it was okay. She was saying, it is what it is, but it's okay. And then it retreated, and it ate its bowl of worms. Anyway, did that make sense? Holy frick, what an amazing movie. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave this here. I've rambled on long enough. What an amazing movie, though. I saw it before, but it was a long, long time ago. And I mean, I was surprised by some of the things that happened, and I forgot the analogy and the allegory. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. The Babadook, 2014. Highly recommend you see it if you haven't seen it yet, and share it with all your friends and loved ones. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to Horror Commentary. Catch you guys in the next episode. Chad's going to tell you where to find us on the social medias. And you have yourselves a great evening. I'll talk to you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Horror Commentary. Follow us on Twitter at JK Horror Podcast, on Facebook at facebook.com/horror commentary, or email us at horrorcommentarypodcast@gmail.com. Also jump over to iTunes and give us a big 5 stars. I'm Chad. See you next time. Bye-bye.